Good morning, students. I'm glad that I'm again maybe weekly once to meet you all in our recorded online classes. I'm here today to revise, to discuss certain question answers from lesson 8, winds, storms and cyclones. So let me start with the first, that is F division, differentiate between, first question, differentiate between hurricane and typhoon. So as we have discussed before, this hurricane, typhoon or tornado or depression, all these are based on the state or the place or the continent. Based on that they are called so, but basically all are none other than cyclones. They are named based on the country or continent in which they occur. So in that way, hurricane and typhoon, hurricane commonly occurs in America. So before itself I said we have a North America and South America. So there is no differentiation here. So in America, if a cyclone takes place, it is known as hurricane. Whereas typhoon, which originates in China Sea, okay, and occurs in Philippines and Japan. So why they are saying like this? Because usually the origination of a cyclone will be somewhere. So everything is based on the atmospheric deviations or atmospheric pressure. Okay, the deviation or the difference in the atmospheric pressure, you all know. So like that, here the typhoon originates from China and it happens or occurs in Philippines and Japan. Then hurricane is violent and destructive wind, whereas typhoon is a strong wind. So actually this also I said during the lesson, that is it's not that one is so violent, other is not violent. It's not like that. Most of them, they are violent and destructive wind. Maybe there you may have some exceptional cases, but most of the cases you come across, all the winds are strong, violent, destructive, etc. Okay, so this is about your hurricane and typhoon. Okay, very easy. So hurricane occurs in America, whereas typhoon originates in China and occurs in Philippines and Japan. Hurricane is violent and destructive, whereas typhoon is strong wind. Okay. The next question is wind and storm, thunderstorm. Okay, the differentiate between wind and thunderstorm. So if you have listened to my class, I hope you know when there is a pressure difference, you come across wind. The same wind, if it is with a strong, powerful, you call it a storm, and the storm with the thunder, along with the thunder, rain, etc., then it is known as thunderstorm. Okay, so you all know. So let me read the answer here. The movement of air due to pressure difference in atmosphere is called wind. Okay, again I repeat. The movement of air due to pressure difference is called as wind, and the thunderstorm, the movement of the falling water along with the rising air, which produces sound, lightning, heavy rain and strong wind. Collectively they are known as thunderstorm. So that is the movement of the falling water, none other than rain. Okay, Usually in rainy season you have chill climate, but here we are talking about rising air which takes place during hot summer season. Okay, so you come across everything at a time. Okay, you come across rain, whereas on the other side you come across rising air because of warm air that is produced, and this rising air causes a sudden expansion of air which causes sound called as thunder, and where on the other side the clouds, the charged clouds, they collide with each other to form a lightning. Okay, so put together all they are known as thunderstorm. Okay, one falling water, that is rain, then second one is the rising air. Okay, this is second one. The third one is sound produced, that is none other than the thunder. Okay, we have learned in lesson the thunder is formed due to that is sudden expansion of air. Okay, then fourth one is lightning, that also I have said, that is when the charged dust particles in the clouds, they collide with the other charged dust particle, positive with the negative, so it results in lightning, and we have learned this in lesson. Okay, then the next one is heavy rain. Okay, and also along with the strong wind, that is actually known as thunderstorm. The third question is differentiate depression and a tornado. Okay, so depression, which is a mild cyclonic storm which brings rain but does not cause any damage. So in the beginning I said most of them they cause destruction or damage. So you have some exceptional case in everywhere. So like that, depression, it is a cyclonic storm, but it is a mild cyclonic storm where it brings rain and does not cause any damage. Whereas tornado, it is a violent distracting whirling wind. Whirling means if it is in the form of a cycle or a cyclone. Okay, almost like a cyclone. Okay, so you know what is a cyclone, where you come across a twist. Okay, so you know this whirlpool. Okay, it is called so because the machine twist the dress materials inside. Okay, like all other washing machines. So like that, here you come across the word whirling wind. Okay, a violent destructive whirling wind accompanied by a funnel shaped cloud. So in almost all the cyclones you come across a funnel shaped cloud. So above you will have a broad surface, and on the earth surface you will come across comparatively low. So that's why it is known as a funnel shaped cloud that develops in a narrow path over the land. Okay, so it tornado mostly takes place during above the land. Okay, and it can travel at a speed of about 300 km per hour. So this is the nature of tornado. And so tornado is a violent destructive whirling wind accompanied by a funnel shaped cloud that develops in a narrow path over the land. It can travel up to a speed of 300 km per hour. Normal cars, they fly. Okay, so fly in the sense they go that much faster in an easier road you might have seen, which might be some 120 or 150 km per hour. So that itself, if a mild touching of that car, if someone is there or an animal there, mild touching, that causes severe damage both to the vehicle as well as to the person or animal that was there. Imagine the cloud, the tornado, which is moving at a speed of about 300 km per hour. So just mere touching of any material or any animal or plant or human, so that much destruction it will cause. Okay. Right, so now we'll move to the next question. Fourth question, distinguish between low pressure and high pressure. So basically, we have this atmospheric pressure. Okay, this atmospheric pressure which is not normal everywhere. Then and there you come across a pressure gradient, that is difference in pressure, and that's what that results in this low pressure and high pressure. Okay, so low pressure, when a warm air rises from the surface of the earth, it creates an area of low pressure. And because of the creation of low pressure, the surrounding region where the air is relatively colder comes in, and that you call it as high pressure. Okay, so that is, we have already learned in lesson, a warm air. Okay, when do you get warm air? Especially during summer season, what happens, the everything heats up, even our body heats up, immediately you get sweating. So like that, air or the gas that is found in the air, they get warmer, and warm air, they are denseless, so they start to move upwards. Okay, so when there is a hot climate, so what happens, the gases in the air start to expand So they become warm and they lose their dense, that is it becomes denseless, and they start to move upwards. Okay, so from the surface the air start to move upwards, and that creates a low pressure. So that low pressure only we are discussing about here. And immediately, so when there is low pressure created in a particular area, outside this area you come across air with a higher pressure in the sense compared to here outside will be more. So what happens to always you have a balance. Okay, so wherever you come across, it may be it need not to be gas, it may be liquid or sometimes even solid. You come across solid rolling, if it is in the ball, in the form of a ball, it rolls towards the low lying area. Okay, so like that, even in fluids, that is in either gas or liquid, you come across the liquid or gas moving towards the other part. Okay, so always there is a balance. You call this as pressure. Okay, if it is a atmosphere, you call it as atmospheric pressure, and in general it is known as a fluid pressure. Okay, so here low pressure is created, and to balance the air that is outside, which comparatively which has a more pressure, starts to move inside towards the low pressure, and that what is meant here. Okay, that is when a low pressure is created, the surrounding region which has a high pressure, okay, it starts to move, and that pressure which is outside is actually known as high pressure. Okay, so low pressure and high pressure. Once when the air from outside, when it moves inside, you call what happens is a balance is maintained. So this is what I'm trying to say from the beginning. Wherever when there is a pressure gradient or a pressure difference, air starts to move from high pressure towards low pressure, and finally balance is maintained, such that there is no pressure gradient. Okay, so this is what we are learning about under the topic high pressure and low pressure. Okay. Right. The next question is that is fifth question. Distinguish between direction and the speed of wind. I hope you know. Wind contains two characteristics. One is direction, and second one is speed. Okay, direction of wind and the speed of wind, which you have learned in the very beginning of this lesson. Okay, so direction is none other than the wind. It moves in a particular direction. It may be towards north or towards south or east or west. Okay, so that direction towards which a wind moves is actually known as direction of wind. And in what speed the wind moves, that is, speed is defined as the distance traveled by time taken. So I don't know whether you have learned in lower classes, distance traveled by time taken is the speed. Okay, even when you say speed of a car or a speed of a vehicle or speed of a bike, where you come across the speed is calculated as a distance by time taken. Okay, so at a particular time, how much distance that the vehicle has covered, or how much distance that bike or car have covered, so that is what you call it as speed. Okay, so like that, here the speed of wind is calculated by the rate at which, the rate means that much faster. Okay, so the rate at which the wind moved in a particular direction in a particular given time, so that is actually known as speed of wind. So again I repeat, the speed of wind is defined as the rate of the distance traveled by wind in a given time. So usually if it is a calculation, you write speed is equal to distance traveled by time taken. For example, if the distance traveled is 100 kilometer, maybe time taken is 10 minutes, so speed is equal to distance traveled by time, that is distance traveled is 100 by time is 10, 100 by 10, so 0 cancel. So the what is the speed is equal to 10 kilometer per hour. So distance traveled you measure in kilometers, and the time taken, if it is minute, you say it in minute, if it is second, you can say it in seconds. Okay, so here I have said 100 kilometers in 10 minutes, so the answer will be speed is equal to 10 kilometer per minute. So this is how we can calculate the speed of wind. Okay, now we'll go to very short answer. Alphabetic G, very short answer type questions. So all these are simple questions. Don't neglect these answers. Okay, don't avoid these answers. All are very simple, and 2 marks. In some cases, in some booklets, you may find just one word. Again I repeat, already I have said in for midterm, you are not supposed to write in one word. Compulsorily you have to write in a sentence. So you can frame a sentence using the question. Okay, so see to that you don't write in word, but you write in a sentence. Okay, for example, why I am saying this, because In this first question, write the main characteristics of wind. So this is what we discussed in the previous question. The main characteristics of wind are direction and speed. Wind direction and wind speed, that is the answer. So wind has two important characteristics, namely direction and speed. Easy. Okay, so answer is actually direction and speed, but compulsorily, if you want the full 2 marks for this answer, you have to write in full sentence. Okay, then second question, what is the cause of wind currents? The cause of wind currents is none other than the uneven heating. So in one particular place more temperature, whereas in the surrounding there is less temperature. So this is the main reason. So this is what is given in this answer. Uneven heating of the earth generates wind currents. That is uneven heating of the equator and the poles, and uneven heating of the land and water. So in two ways you come across uneven heating. Okay, so even means where you come across heating everywhere in equal or general. Okay, when you say uneven heating, which means the heating is not even, which is not equal. In one area where there is more heat, whereas in the other area where there is less heat. This you might come across when you are traveling somewhere. Okay, so in one particular area you will find a heavy rain, just like that it will do, and once when you cross a particular border or a particular place, you will find no rain at all, where the road will be dry, it will not be wet, not even wet. Okay, so like that you come across this, like how you come across raining in a particular place and no rain in another area. Okay, like that you also come across this uneven heating. Okay, so this heating will be of two places, in two ways. One, uneven heating of the equator and the poles. Okay, I hope you know equator is an imaginary place at the center of the earth. Okay, and the poles, which include north pole and south pole. I hope you know by this time poles receive less sunlight, and because of that there is less heat compared to equator. Okay, so this is what we are mentioning here, uneven heating of equator and the poles. Similarly, second point is uneven heating of land and water. Okay, so that is this is the result of this results in land breeze and sea breeze. You all know. Sometimes the area above the sea will be hotter compared to land, and in some cases the area or the atmosphere above the land will be more hotter compared to that of the sea, that is the atmosphere above the sea. So that results in land breeze and sea breeze, you have learned before. So let me here say the second point is the cause of wind current is uneven heating of land and water. So thereby you come across wind current. It may be land breeze or sea breeze. I hope you know what is land breeze and sea breeze. Okay, right. Now third question is, why is the movement of air not exactly in the north-south direction? It is not exactly in the north-south direction. So the reason is rotation of the earth causes a change in the direction. Okay, so you know very well already, earth is not erect, it is always tilted towards one side. Okay, at a particular angle it is tilted and it is revolving around the sun. Okay, so because of this rotation of the earth, it is sure that the air, the movement of air is not exactly in the north-south direction. So it may be from north to south or south to north, or from the poles towards the equator. So I hope you understand. We discussed this also in our last lesson. If you have doubts related to that, you can take that particular topic and refer. Okay, already you have this YouTube link which will be permanent till this year. Once when this year, academic year ends, so many of the YouTube links, I mean especially the YouTube classes will be deleted. Okay, auto deletion. Okay, so you can time being you can refer those YouTube links and refer the classes, refer the concepts anytime, any day. Okay, right. Now fourth question, very short answer, that is, in which direction do the monsoon winds flow during summer in India? Again I repeat, in which direction do the monsoon winds flow during summer in India? I hope you know monsoon winds, that is in India during summer the monsoon winds flow in southwest direction. Okay, so just keep in mind, memorize this, which will be useful when you grow up. Okay, so it flows in the southwest direction. Okay, So the answer in this question is southwest direction. As I said before, you should not write only southwest direction. You lose marks. So you have to write in full sentence, that is, in India during summer the monsoon winds flow in southwest direction. Okay, so this is how you have to write. Okay, and when you have answers like this with important points, for example, southwest is the important point, that is the answer. Okay, so what you have to do is that you have to underline that word or phrase. You don't need to underline the whole answer, you don't need to keep on underlining each and every word. Okay, but one particular word or maybe phrase, I think you know what is meant by phrase. A group of words is known as phrase. Okay, so if you want, you can also underline 2 words or 3 words, that's all, not more than that, so that when the teacher corrects the answer, it will be easy for him to correct it. Okay, and give marks. Okay, so keep that in mind, that is underlining the important points, and that also enhances your paper. Okay, and when you draw a line like this, underline the answers, see to that you use a scale and properly underline, not just like that scribbling. Okay, right. Now fifth question, write the natural processes which releases a large amount of heat and light. So there are very many types by which heat and light are produced, and one such natural process is thunderstorm. So during thunderstorm, I hope you know it is a natural process. Okay, so during thunderstorm a large amount of heat and light are produced. Okay, so that's it. With this very short answer over, the next is we have short answer type questions. So since the time's up, so we'll stop with this. Maybe next class let me discuss this short answers and long answers. Yeah, maybe next Monday I think I'll be meeting you. On that occasion I'll discuss all the short answer and long answer. Okay guys, so your homework is you just write the very short answer type questions alone in your notebook, so which will be displayed in the screen already. Okay, I will not again display these question answers, so you just rewind it, and you can, if you want, you can take a snapshot, and thereby you can write as well as read the answers. Okay, so write the answers in your notebook, at the same time all are very easy answers, very short answers. You can read the answers and have a rough note to write and see the answers, apart from reciting to your mama or papa. So you can write these answers and check what you have read, what you have learned is memorized or not, whether you are able to recall or not. Okay, so try to follow this. So this will be assignment for you. Thank you guys, God bless you.